mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. We've just been battered by Storm Eowyn. She brought along 100 miles an hour wind, and it was the worst storm in a decade here in the UK. Now we've come along to Eyown to see what Storm Eowyn has left behind for us.
So as Nicole says, we've come down to Eyown after Storm Eowyn, and we're going to head up to that end of the beach. But on the way, why wouldn't we turn our eyes to the ground and see what can be found here? Now we know that typically, at least, the better finds are going to be up there, but you know, maybe not. We've found some amazing stuff down here. First thing that I'm spotting is this piece of ceramic. Do you want to give that a wee burl and we'll see what that is?
Yeah, okay, what could that be? It looks like it's a part of a teapot base. And that was the mystery object we had in last week's video as well. So if you guessed right, this is another piece of it. Right,
okay, so we're going to leave that one. You can see Nicole's interest has passed quite quickly. Now, there's this object that we see time and time again. I'm guessing that that's another variant of the dreaded vape. What do you reckon?
So it is, yeah, it is. So we're going to take that and let's see how many vapes we can find this year.
That could be a competition, right?
Yeah.
You know, every year, can we find more than we did in the previous year? Hopefully you won't in this country, because we're banning disposable vapes. A wee bit political there, a wee bit health concern issue there. Now, I'm not seeing a great deal here, so what I'm going to do is move up a wee bit into this scree. It's quite sandy.
Yeah.
There's been, I mean, those winds. I know Nicole said 100 mile an hour winds. That's actually reasonably conservative. Some of the winds were far in excess of that. They tore the roofs off houses. We've passed fallen trees on the way down here. But I'll tell you a wee bit more about that later, because Nicole's just pointed to this.
Yeah, look, it looks like it's a piece of flow pottery that we usually only find in Kirkcaldy. Now, I'm not suggesting this piece came... Hello?
Oh,
there's a wee friendly.
You're a friendly dog.
You're so cute.
He's a fluffy dog. Hello, fluffy dog. You're a friendly, fluffy dog. Okay.
Okay.
So, this is our friendly fluffy dog who's helping us today. Okay, let's grab that piece of pottery up and we'll see what it is in a minute. Now, we don't know the name of this fluffy dog. Oh, wee pup. Okay. Now, there's another piece here.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's an unusual find for here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that might be a feather edge pottery, and usually on the edge there it looks like it's been feathered, and you can date it as well depending on the feather edge. Now this is really worn away, so I'm not entirely sure we can date it. We're definitely going to take it though.
Yeah, nice wee bit, Now, I think I was saying 100 mile an hour winds, reasonably conservative. The wind's really battered Scotland, particularly Scotland. All the trains were cancelled, roads were closed, bridges were closed.
All the supermarkets in Football were closed, the schools.
All the shops were shut. We couldn't even go and get a loaf of bread.
No.
That's how bad it was. I'll tell you something, that's not really that bad, is it?
No, lots of households had no power, and we also got an alarm on our phone the night before, so that was quite scary.
It's something we shared with millions of other people. You know, that's a wee bottleneck actually, it's quite a nice one.
Oh,
let's swoop that up and we shall continue on our way up the beach.
Okay, so we've come along right down to the water, and there's a lot of road behind me, so I'm going to go and check out that area, see if there's anything in there. We have seen a couple of people who've already been beachcombing in the area, but as I always say, you can never be sure that you've looked at everything. Sometimes even Craig will look over a patch, and I've looked over a patch, and then we go back, and then suddenly we find something really cool. Okay, now what is that then? Looks like it might be the bottom of a little ginger beer jar. That's really cute. Don't think we need it. It looked a bit like there was maybe a maypers mark there, but I don't think it is, so might leave that here. Okay, so if that sounded a little bit abrupt, one of our subscribers had just come up and we had a wee chat, and she's hoping to find a marble here. She's been looking for 5 years, and well, I said this might be the area where you might be able to find the marble. Okay, let's see, what's that? There's something sticking out there. What might this be? Ah, it's a bit of milk glass, look. And it looks like it's like a bit of an angel wing. It's actually really nice. It could be, probably could be jewel, could be made into a pendant. You know, once it's nice and clean, it'll be a really nice white pendant. We can maybe hold that up against the sea there. Hopefully that'll be in focus. Let's see. I've also spotted a little piece of pottery right there. It's always worth turning over pottery to see if there's anything on it. Nothing on there. Well, look at that. I found a bottleneck. You can just see there's a little kind of little top there, and you may also be able to hear that lovely wee soft pooch that we've the wee dog that we've just bumped into. It's very excited, meeting lots of friends somewhere behind me. Alright, okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna just have another 5 minutes look around here. And I spotted 2 treasures here. Actually, maybe 3. Don't know. I'll go back a little bit, see if you can see them. Now, there's one there. Some sort of red pottery here. Okay. It's really chunky, lovely earthenware, kind of like a brick. And then this really lovely ducky shell. Now that's really nice. It's maybe not the nicest background here. I always think this green algae looks a bit like hair. So I'm going to take the bucky shell. That's 2 for the shell house. And look, what's that there? Is that a bone? Actually, I'm not sure. It kind of looks a little bit like it might be kiln furniture that we find in Kirkcaldy, or it could be a bone. I think I'm just going to take these 2. Now, let's see if there's anything else here. There's a little bit of something red over there. Now, that could be glass, could be plastic. Let's see, let's check it out. I think it's plastic. It just feels sort of plasticky. It would be really amazing if that was a big piece of red sea glass, though. I'll take it off the beach. A wee bit of plastic. Okay. Now hopefully you can see it. Now I've said to the lovely lady I've just bumped into that there might be a marble roundabout in this area, and lo and behold, look there, and it's a marble. It's a marble. Now that is a really good sign. That is really amazing. Look. Now I hope I'm not being. Look! Can you see it? Look.
Oh, is it in between 2 rocks?
It is, yeah.
Is it kind of glassy looking?
Yeah, it is.
Is it a wee bit milky glassy looking with a wee bit of swirl in it?
Yeah.
Is it right in there?
It is indeed, yeah.
I'll let you go get that. That's
Okay.
your prize. Oh, it's a spotter.
Yeah. Now, that would be really disappointing if it wasn't a marble, but it is. Oh, and how beautiful it is. Look.
It's really wee as well. It's lovely.
Yeah. I think it's really nicely worn down, and it's a kind of a swirl. It's a swirly marble. It's brown. It looks a little bit like it's got a face here, and then it's blue. Oh, how cool is that? Look. Oh, just what I was hoping for. Now, that is a little gift from Storm Eowyn. Thank you, Storm Eowyn. I'm very chuffed about this. We can go home now.
No, not until you found a stopper and a bead.
Oh,
Them's the rules.
okay.
Them's the rules.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know how easy it is, or how much it feels like my fingers are falling off. Them's the rules.
Yeah, them's the rules. Okay. There's a bit of sea foam there, but I think that might just be time to see what Craig's been up to.
I found something quite special, and I think it bears having a wee look at. So I have gone along and I've taken Nicole away from the marble zone, and that's an optimistic title for an area here.
Yeah.
Can you see what I'm looking at there? It's pretty big.
Is it a very, very large chunk of pottery?
It is, it's quite decorative. Now, I don't know if you can recognise the pattern. Now, I think that would have been some kind of large bowl, because that's quite a sharp angle coming down here off this piece.
Yeah.
There's some design in there, but the design around the cup or the rim or whatever you want to call it, that's really lovely.
It is. It looks like it's almost like ocean waves. So yeah, you could probably cut these out. But then you had like really tiny pieces, like maybe like earrings. But you're right, I think this might have been like one of these very large meat platters. This is very large and thick. We might leave that here. It's a really cool find though.
We'll leave that here, and we shall, I think, Nicole's heading over this way, so I think that means we're going to maybe head up that way for a little bit. There's usually quite a lot of sea glass around there. So, unless I'm wrong, the next time you see us, we're going to be up that end of the beach, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should go down all the way there and maybe warm up a bit. We found our little treasure here, and we'll leave all the other marbles for the other 5 collectors that are looking right now.
Yeah, there's a few people here today. With Storm Eowyn having kicked up so much stuff, or at least we reckon it has.
Yeah.
A lot of people are out, despite the fact that it is freezing cold. Check that out. That is a big bottle top. It's the lip of a bottle top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. It looks like it's very old. It's probably been dug up.
Does it call it old new stock?
Yeah.
It's old, but it looks new.
Yeah, because it's still very shiny, but it definitely looks like it's old.
It's quite cool.
Yeah, it's a really nice bottle. That looks like a black lip. But we're going to leave that here because it's not frosted.
Okie dokes. Well, let's head off on up the beach then. So, Nicole has just popped up over there. We're actually heading up that way, but I looked down before joining Nicole, and I saw something that I know she's going to want to find. So, can you see it? Am I right? Is it what I think it is? I'm going to have to shout Nicole. Nicole! I found something. I found one of your other 3 best finds. The real question is, I'm going to back off from it. I'm going to point the camera. Here's Nicole running. Look at how excited she is. Now, can you see it?
No. Oh, yes.
You can see it now.
Yeah, you pointed that way, but it's there, isn't it?
It's just down there. Now, I'll let you come in and pick it up. I'll come around the other side of you there to make this a wee bit easier. Now, I think what I'll do... Oh, it's not what you think it is.
No.
What did you think it was?
It's a swing top stopper.
It is a swing top stopper. I hope everybody saw that before Nicole pointed it out. But I was just filming the sea. I looked up to see where you were. My eyes cast back to the ground, and there it was.
Oh.
A swing top stopper.
Look at
How
that.
cool is that?
Okay, now we're only missing a bead, aren't we?
I think we're going to find, we're going to be hard pressed to find a wee bead in amongst this lot today. Well, maybe not though, you never know. Who would have thought we would have found that tiny wee marble? Well, you found that, I found this. So, is it a case then that whoever finds a bead's the winner? Is that the deal? Is that the deal?
There's no winners. We're both winners. We're out and about, we're finding treasure, and we're enjoying the cold, fresh air after Storm Eowyn.
And we're meeting friendly ducks. Yeah. And maybe you can hear that. There's another duck barking in the distance there. I don't know why people are coming out to the beach today. It is Baltic, but it is glorious at the same time. Now we're just going to make our way up a wee bit leisurely up through this scree, and I can already see there's tons of stuff here. There's a wee bit of green glass down there. There's obviously lots of shells and stuff around as well, but the thing that really caught my eye is this piece of pottery. It's really lovely, really nice design. It's really well faded as well, and I know that lots of folks really love it when the pottery is that faded. I hope you can see that. Really nice piece. Now it's not the only thing that I can see here. I can see one of my favourite finds, and it's just up there. Not sure if you can see it. There's quite a lot of glass up there as well, so I'm going to pick this up and then I'm going to have a wee look, take a closer look, or even a deek at the glass that's it. Woohoo! These stones are a wee bit wobbly. Now there's quite a few wee bits of glass here. There's a bit of green there. It's quite nice. Quite a nice shade of green, that one. I think we should take that. There's another wee bit of green there. It looks it's got a nasty chip on it, hasn't it? Yeah, that's quite shiny. There's a nasty chip on the side of that one as well. Oh, you can see that. I'm covering it up with my fingers. Not much chance of seeing anything there. There we go. So I think I'm going to drop that piece. But this is one of my favourite things to find. Oh, you can see what it is. It's a bottleneck. Well, it's actually the top of a bottle. There's another wee bit of sea glass beside it. It's not so nice. I think that's just dirty rather than sea foam. So I'll take that. I'll have a closer look at that in just a second, because there's a really interesting piece just up there, and I'm not sure what it is. Now, what do you reckon that could have been? I hope you can see it has these lines on the outside. It looks like it might have been a bottle, but I wonder, could it have been some kind of lamp? Really hard to tell. But let me know if you think you know what that is. There's another bottleneck right here as well. Just grab that, bring it a wee bit closer, pop it down there. I don't think it's as nice as the other bottleneck that I found. That's the other one right there. This one's just a beautiful sea foam colour. That one's a clear glass. I hope everybody who watches the channel now knows what that means. Anyway, I'm going to swoop these two up, and I shall keep looking as I make my way along here. Actually, before I go any further, I'll just grab these pieces. I just saw something there. It's quite big, so it's hard to miss. Oh, tell you what though, before we get to that, what's this? Is that another bottleneck? It is, that's a bottleneck. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that from here. There are ridges in this, which suggests that it had a vulcanite stopper in it. So that, I love pieces like this. The reason being, not only is it a really beautiful piece of seafoam sea glass, but those little ridges, they're a little historical feature. So you know exactly what that was. And you can probably date it, or roughly date it anyway. Then another piece, I'll tell you what, it's a really good day. Started off, I was looking around here, I couldn't see very much. But right now that we've come up here to this scree, I'm finding lots of really cool mainly seafoam sea glass and mainly bottlenecks. But can you see that piece? Sometimes Nicole says she's going to make a statement piece. That's more than a statement. I think it is huge. Look at that. It's a really big piece of seafoam sea glass. I'm not convinced that was a cod bottle, for the simple reason that it's I've actually cut through a cod bottle before, and I can tell you right now that they're a lot thicker than that. But look at that. What a lovely piece of glass.
If you're looking for help drilling your sea glass, check out our How to Drill Sea Glass video. You can also get the exact drill bits we use in our Etsy shop for supplies to craftykittens.etsy.com. All links are also in the description.
So we've come along here, and we're a wee bit dejected, a wee bit disappointed, a wee bit put out by this.
Yeah.
Because Storm Eowyn, it might have kicked up a stooshy up the other end of the beach, but here it seems to have swept it clean. Now there is a few wee bits and bobs here. There's this huge piece of glass. Is it a bottom? It may not be a bottom.
Is it?
What is it? I don't know what it is. I don't think it is.
No.
What do you reckon that is?
I think it's the side, and that is where the bottom would have been, I think.
It's a bottom!
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We've got a bottom.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take a wee wander up and down just this tiny wee bit of scree in the hope that we'll actually find something quite nice. Now, there's a piece of pottery over there. Is there anything on the other side of that, do you reckon?
I don't think so. It looks a little bit like it might be Victorian jam jar, and they tend not to have anything unless they are, of course, Kyler's marmalade, but this one is not. So we're going to leave that one behind here. This
It's a
little
wee
sail.
bit too big to make anything dainty and pretty from.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to leave that. Now I can actually see a couple of nice things in front of me. There's a wee piece of glass there. It's a wee bit of plain, maybe, that one.
Yeah. It looks like it might be kind of craft quality with a kind of tiny wee nick there on the side. And overall looking, it is frosted, so you know it's been in the sea for a long time. We might leave that one here. We do have a lot of craft glass lots in our Etsy shop already.
So we're in agreement then. This wee piece of craft-like glass is going to stay where it is. Now, both Nicole and I glanced off to the left of that piece of abandoned glass, we'll call it, and we saw this, and that's a much nicer bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really nice bottle piece of with sea foam, and we know that these were made over 100 years ago, and it might be from a cod bottle. Look how thick that is. If you can see it, that's almost 10 times the thickness of a modern day bottle. So should we take this one along? Could that be a nice pendant?
I think it could be, but you know, I'm going to say I cast a little bit of doubt on that being a cod bottle, because I have you know, cut through one before, and it took absolutely ages. And I'm sure it was thicker than that. Now, what do you reckon? It is thick, though. That's a chunky monkey.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Well, it might have just been a soda bottle for aerated water. I think they were maybe a little bit thinner than the cod bottles, but yeah, it's definitely an old bottle. So
I'm picking nits here, so let's just take that away. Maybe it is a cod bottle, maybe it's no. Who knows? Nobody knows. Now, anything else up here? What's that? Is that a thing? Or is that a thing?
Is it a thing?
Is it a thing?
It is a thing.
Is it a thing?
I think it's coal.
I think it's a store of some description. Yeah, coal. Call it coal if you like.
It's got a face on it. If you stand here, it's got a face on it. See, it's got two eyes, it's got a nose and a mouth that is kind of laughing.
Eye. No?
No. Eye, nose, mouth. You've got to look from the top.
It reminds me of a character from Goonies. Now, if anybody thinks they know which character I'm referring to, they can maybe let me know in the comments. I'm just going to say, you guys! Anyway, moving along. That was a terrible impression as well. There's two things here. One there, one there.
Okay.
Let's start with that one.
Yes, now what is that? Is that another piece of a jam jar? Yes it is. You can see the little rim on the top there where the thread would have gone around to keep the jam fresh.
Nicole's really struggling with her words here, I tell you, it's freezing, it's cold enough to freeze the brain cells.
Yeah.
What Nicole's describing is, when jam was made back in the day, there was usually some wax or something poured onto the top of the jam. That was allowed to solidify and that would seal the jam in. Then a wee clip or a wee cloth was put over the top and a string was tied, and that rim that Nicole was just showing you, we'll probably put it back in shot in a second so we can see it, but that rim that Nicole was just showing you, that's where the string would take hold. It's alright, we'll take a wee look at that later. We'll take a wee photo. At the moment you're probably wondering why I'm hanging over this, and I have been whilst I'm telling you about Victorian jam making.
What is that? It looks a little bit like a shell or something, but it also looks like pottery. Okay, let's see.
It's pottery, I think, yeah.
That's a really strange kind of three-dimensional texture. You know, it reminds me a little bit of Alien.
Okay, we watched Alien Romulus recently, so I think we're all about Alien now. Yeah, no, that's very cool actually. I don't know what that would have been.
I'm not sure either. It looks, you know, like a person here kind of trying to climb out of stasis or something.
Right, okay. Nicole's gone all sci-fi with this Victorian treasure here. Let's maybe, are we going to take that? I think we'll take that one along. Okay, dokes. If you were watching this channel a couple of weeks ago, you would have seen that we found some very cute wee sandpipers. Now, I can see lots of little dots next to the water here as we stroll down the beach. Just listen to those waves and that wind though. There we go, that's plenty. Now, sorry, we'll have a wee listen to the waves in a minute. These aren't sandpipers, they've tricked me. It's normal seagulls. Oh, they're not the big seagulls, like cat-sized seagulls. This is what we're contending with. Eowyn has just absolutely cleaned this place out. We're heading up to a patch of scree just now, and hopefully, here's the wee birdies. Hopefully that patch of scree will give us a couple of last finds so that we can pop back off to the car and get ourselves a warm drink. What do you reckon? Yeah,
I think that would be a very good idea. I'm feeling a little bit cold now.
Yeah, it's parky. It is well and truly parky. Okay, let's have a look up there and then we'll get away. Can you see it? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. You know, on an empty beach like this, it surprises me. You can see the footprints, right?
Yeah.
People have wandered by here. And this is one of the things that Nicole keeps telling folks as well. We keep telling you as well. It doesn't matter how many doggy footprints, how many human footprints have gone by.
No.
There's always something to find. And today, it is the second stopper of our trip. And it is this beautiful, beautiful vulcanite stopper.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's seaworn, but it's not too worn. You can still see the on the edge
thread.
here. Yeah, the thread.
Oh, and the grip as well.
Yeah, and it might even have something on the top. Shall we pick it up?
It definitely has something on the top. Let's pick that up and have a closer look at it.
Okay, so what's on the top? It's just got a dot texture, really. A lot of these vulcanite stoppers were imprinted with the breweries, and usually there's a number on it that tells you which year they were made. This one, however, that has a lovely wee dot texture, so there's no way we can identify which brewery had these made, but it's a really, really cool find, and that's stopper number 2.
I know, that's awesome, and I think I'm winning. I know we said we weren't competing, but now that I've found a second stopper, I think I might change my mind and say, are we in competition? No, we're no. Second stopper though, excellent. Just a bead to find now. Can you hear the wind bustling? I'll tell you, it's battering my ears, and I'm not very fond of wind battered ears. They get awfully cold. Now this is the last piece of scree that we're going to look at today. Do you know, actually, these leaves tricked me into thinking they were scree. It's no scree at all, but there is a little bit of scree down there. Now I'm kind of reticent to getting in it because you can probably see there's crows having a wee snack in there, and I don't want to disturb them too much. So we'll take a quick look and see if we can find any treasures in the scree. Nicole just scared away a crow. The crows are in the scree as well. They're looking for treasures, we're looking for treasures, everybody's looking for treasures. Now there, I'm scaring away the crows now, so sorry Mr. Crow. Anyway, normally I fling ham at them and try to make friends with the crows.
Yeah.
They're a rose.
Oh.
A rose by any other name would be, well, battered by the winds, I guess. Now I think we found it. There's two things here that I can see.
Two things?
One of them's super huge and one of them's not so super huge.
Okay, I can see something huge, but I can't see something small. What is it though? Let's check out the big thing because I can't see the other thing.
Well, the super huge thing is this. Is
Yeah.
that milk glass?
It looks like milk glass. Now, let's take it out.
Whoa.
Wow, that is a substantial chunk of milk glass. I don't think we've ever found anything made of milk glass that was this thick. And I cannot imagine what it might have been in this from my life.
Could it have been a brick? Do you think, did they make bricks out of milk glass?
Not really. They did make tiles, but that one doesn't look like a tile either,
No,
the
it
vitrolite
doesn't.
tile. So if anybody knows what that is, please leave a message in the comments. I would love to know what that is. Mystery object.
And I'm going to show you what the small find was.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing, folks. It was this piece of beautiful green glass, which is in fact a leaf. Craig found a leaf. Alright, well, okay.
It's time to go.
I think so. We're going to take a quick walk along here on our way to the car. But I don't think we're going to find very much else. What I think we are going to do is take just a moment to have a look at our best finds of the day. And as usual, whilst Nicole sets them all up, I'm going to take a wee wander down to the sea and see if I can find anything special at the last minute. Now what's that? Is that glass? If it is, it's a very unusual thing.
It looks like glass, doesn't it?
It does. Is it a bead?
I don't
Oh,
know.
you belter! Is it a bead?
I don't think it's a bead. I think it's a little tiny piece of
Can you pop it down there for a
glass,
second? It's just,
yeah.
I'll get a wee bit of contrast there with the light.
Okay, oops.
Oopsie
Doesn't want to
daisy.
stay there. Okay.
It's an awkward one, this one.
Yeah, there you
There we go, beautiful.
Now you can see there's a little almost glow there, so that's a little bit of opalescent glass. Those little lines there, that's opalescent glass on top of clear glass. It does look like a bead. I don't think it is, but it's a really, really beautiful find. So I'm glad we found that.
Last
You
find
found
of the day.
Okay, let's have a look at our best finds of the day.
There's some cool finds here actually. You know, from what started off as a slow start, I think we did it incredibly well. Nicole's even found plastic. Now, we've got a couple of bucky shells there. That one looks quite manky, but as Nicole says, when it dries out, it's going to whiten up and it's going to look much more like this one there. So maybe you can talk me through what your favourite finds of the day are.
Oh, that's going to be a tricky one. No, it won't be. It's the marble, and it's also this little nugget there that you found, and of course it's the two stoppers. I think those are my absolute favourite finds. This piece is also very nice. It's the inside, it's a bottleneck, and it's really smooth, so I think that one might become a pendant. Not sure. Well, we'll see.
That was one of my favourite finds as well, and I'll tell you for why. Because I really love finding a piece like that that's so well frosted, that is of jewellery making quality, but at the same time it has those features that tell you the history of the object.
Yes.
It's blatant what that object was. We know that that was the top of a bottle, and that a volcanite stopper, much the same as this one here, fitted in there back in the day. So you really know what it is that you've got there.
I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it will fit. Every vulcanite stopper fits into they're all the same size, so they all fit in the bottles.
Yeah.
Okay, so
standard size. Now, amongst the poor and rubbishy things we found today, there's the vape. So that's definitely one for the beginning of the year. You reckon that is part of a vape as well, is that right?
Yeah, I think that might be like the top bit of a vape. I'm not sure. It's something metally. It kind of looks like it could fit on the top there. Well, we had a really fantastic day. It only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. An extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel, Etsy, and for your Poké donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next week!